What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again with another video with the Stingray OCC mini chopper. If you haven't watched the last video, the last series, go ahead and watch that now because you're not going to want to miss it. But we are back again with the chopper, and it is pretty much ready to go. Just have to button up a few things such as the chain. Gotta install the throttle and make this throttle linkage work so that we can give it gas, baby. But as you can see too, man, my clear coat did not work on this. I'm gonna have to just paint it because it just, every time I throw it in the shed, it keeps getting surface rust. So if anyone knows anything I could do, because I put 2 coats of clear coat on this and it's already rusting like that, so that's pretty bad. Not gonna worry about it right now. I'm gonna get the bike together and see how everything works, and then I'll probably strip it down again, sadly, and I might paint it black, or if one of you guys has an idea of how to keep that surface rust off of it, comment down below. So yeah, we have a lot to do in this video. Should be running, hopefully. That's the goal today, is to get this thing running and on the road. It's almost there. So as you can see, the motor is installed, and I may have to do some adjustments to the motor mounts and stuff like that. We will work out the kinks along the way. So I'm gonna first start with installing the throttle, which is right over here. I also have to figure out how to get this gas tank on. I think for now I'm just gonna rig it up to see if the bike will run or whatever off of after we get it all set up, but I'll eventually have to buy a bicycle gas tank. So there's a throttle. I have a throttle stop. I'm gonna have to create some sort of bracket to hold the throttle in right here, and then it's gonna go through this hole right there, and that spring right here is gonna keep this tension, so every time I let go of the throttle, it'll return back to the home position. So stay tuned, guys. This video should be pretty good. Now is a perfect time to mention that only about 2% of you guys are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you just go down below, smash that subscribe button. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, so here's our throttle cable. Here's the assembly. I'm not too exactly sure how these work, but it looks pretty simple. I'm going to first slide this in, take that out, slide that in and up. I guess this screws into that. Let's put that back down so it can kind of guide its way, like so. That sort of screws in like that. Here, we'll take this off. That's gonna screw in like so. We'll tighten that up after. Then this is gonna slide in to the housing and go down. Then I'm not too sure how it's gonna sit, but you guys get the gist of it. Let's go ahead and install it. Alrighty, guys, throttle assembly, and there's the end. I'm not really happy with how much the amount it gave me because I wanted to mount it to that, and it has to reach, see that little tiny hole? I'm gonna cut the end off of this wire and stick that through there, and then I got some cable stops, probably use that tiny one right there, and I'm gonna cut the end off of this and tie on one of that after I stick it through that hole right there. And then the plan was to mount this right here with some sort of homemade bracket, but now I'm not really sure, honestly. Gonna have to think about something and rig it up. So that's what's gonna keep the throttle from this little spring to returning home. I'll probably have to get a smaller one, but just mocking everything up. I'll gonna get this installed, and then we gotta go onto the chain, and then gas tank, check the oil, check everything over, and then maybe we could start it up. Guys, quick update. having some cable problems. So the last video I showed you how I was going to route this to go right here, but it's not long enough. I figured out that I am pretty stupid, and all I have to do to get the end longer is just cut the cable shorter. So probably gonna end up cutting the cable shorter and reattaching that piece right there. That way we can mount it from right here and still have that ample room right there. So this is the setup. Spring is gonna send it back to home. Throttle is gonna stick right here and then attach right there. But currently I'm having throttle problems because I have to slide this through that tube, and it is a pain to cut. So what I'm going to do is solder some tin on it, and then it'll make it really hard so I can freshly cut it. So that's what I'm gonna do with that, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, another update for you. Got the throttle cut. As you can see, I soldered it. If you lay a solder over it, and then it'll cut, and this won't fray, so you could send it through this tube right here. So I got super lucky with this bracket. It was just laying around, and I ended up cutting just a piece off the bottom, and I put it right through there. The angle's a little weird on this wire. Got my cable stop. This is what's gonna retract the throttle back. But as you can see, it works pretty good. Let me pull the throttle. Sends it right back. Should work good for now. I mean, if anything, I'll reline this or something like that, but we'll figure out all the kinks. Next step is to figure out the gas tank, but I think first I'm gonna figure out the chain. Okay guys, I got my chain. This is a size 41 chain, and it was kind of hard to because I needed this rear hub, and the only chain that this took was a 41, and the Predator engine, it was hard to find a clutch that took a 41 chain. This one actually takes a I believe a 40 chain, but I was googling it and a 41 will work. So here's the chain. We're gonna have to cut it to size. Let's get it open and size it up. Okay guys, we got everything set up. Got it strapped to the stand because it doesn't like to balance on its own. Just gonna do a quick walk around to show you. Not really sure what I'm doing with the exhaust, but hopefully that doesn't do anything it's not supposed to. I don't know. I might take it off after I try to start it. I'm not really sure what it's gonna do. Like the exhaust smokes float that way, but just the rear. Temporarily, I'm mounting this right there. It'll be fine. I did check the oil. About to add some gas. We're gonna get her up on the stand and just see what she does. I'm not expecting perfect results. I know I'm gonna have to mess with some stuff, but I just want to see if I could just take it for a quick ride down the road and back till we get everything just perfect the way we want it. So okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty nervous right now. Not really sure what to expect. I hope this clutch like engages or something and it just doesn't take off, but start is on. It's got oil, I just filled it up. We're gonna put the choke to the start position. Now this gas can is kind of in the way of me pulling it, but I'll give it a couple pulls. Guys, I am so happy it starts. Now, the exhaust is an open header right now. Well, it doesn't have the baffle on it, so I may have to adjust carburetor and stuff. Not really sure. It starts though. I'm gonna give it a couple revs, see what it does, see if this chain does anything. I just want to test everything out good before I actually take it on the road. Alright, that was actually a lot of fun. There is some problems that we're gonna have to work out, like the chain tension, and I mean, it needs a lot of work still. I mean, it's came a long way, but it still needs a lot. So it's ugly. The paint is all rusty now and all that, but definitely gonna have to take the governor off soon. I'm gonna get everything situated. Might have to rejet it. I'm not really sure if when I took the exhaust baffle off that it limits or runs differently. Not really sure. The clutch is good, but it doesn't really kick in like it should. Like, it takes a little bit before it actually starts going. So I'm pretty sure that's because it's not a torque converter and all that. Really had a lot of fun today. Next video we are gonna get a lot done with this thing. I actually like where the gas tank is kind of sitting. It kind of just looks cool, but we still got some work to do. Alright guys, I'm glad I'm at least got to ride it for you. Just down the street a couple times, nothing much. It's actually pretty fun just cruising. But thanks for watching. As always, support me with a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Stay motivated. I'll see you guys next time.